Hey guys! Today I'm going to film a video that is going to be a live reading asking what kind of connection is this? So think of your person or a person that you're interested in and pick a group. So it's going to be a crystal selection again. So this is group 1, this Labradorite, I don't know how you pronounce it, this blue calcite, and this baby rose quartz, just like the sweetest stone ever. And we're going to be using the Goddess Tarot deck, the Goddess Oracle deck, this Gaia Oracle deck that was recently gifted to me by my beautiful friend Steph, so thank you, honey, and this Angel Oracle deck. Alright, so let's get started with group number 1, and we're going to see what kind of connection is this group number 1, alright? We're going to answer some of those questions that you have going on for you. Okay, so I'm just shuffling these tarot. We'll see what comes through. So, oh yeah, did I already say? We're going to see if they're like Twinflame, Soulmate, or a Karmic connection. And yeah, we'll just see what comes up, right? Alright, so tuning into everyone who's going to be watching group number 1. What kind of connection is this group number 1? Alright, we've got a couple of cards here. Alright. We have the 9 of Pentacles. We have the 2 of Swords. We have the Knight of Cups. And we have the Ace of Pentacles. Okay, this is very interesting. So I'm tuning into your energy first, and I'm feeling like you are a bit of a romantic. You love romance, but you almost are in love with the idea of being in love, which is fine, like we all go there. But I think there's something going on for you right now where I'm feeling like you're a bit confused about this connection, to be honest. So there's this 2 of Swords energy in the mix, which is talking about basically like how like we have to make a decision in life that's really challenging, and there's merit to both sides of each like sort of path that we could choose. So I feel like you're a little bit like stagnant right now in making that decision. You're kind of wanting to avoid moving forwards in either direction because you kind of like, well, it's terrifying, whichever step I take, I'm seeing. So I think Spirit really wants you to know right now that you might be at the beginning of something, whether that is like a new career, a new like job opportunity, a new anything, but that there is this element of abundance coming your way. So because it's in Pentacles, it could be to do with your career, and that could be actually bringing you towards this person more. But I'm also kind of just picking up this message that like abundance can also be about how we view love. Abundance can be about how we view anything in life. And I think like when we see scarcity in one area, we see scarcity in every area, right? So it's like even though we might be seeing like we might be feeling like there's not enough money or something like that, then oftentimes that also translates to how we feel about love. We feel like there's not enough love in whatever, context that is for you. So I'm seeing that there's going to be this evolution for you. There's going to be this period of going forwards from a time of like there not being enough, or you seeing that there isn't enough. And you're going to be like flooded with this abundance of love, of joy, but of connection with people. That's the word that Spirit just said, connection. I think right now you're feeling a bit disconnected from yourself, from others. And it's causing some confusion with this connection, like with this person you want this reading about. Because you're at this like fork in the road in your life, and you can't see like what is coming for you. You can't quite see it yet, but it's there. This 9 of Pentacles is also kind of like the card it's called, it's related in with the Empress card, because it's sort of like the time just, it signifies you're about to enter into an Empress energy, which basically means you're about to really come into yourself sexually, sensually, with your beauty, with your magnetism, with your charm, with your romance, with your ability to love yourself no matter what, you know, and really just like enjoy the pleasures of life, enjoy eating chocolate, enjoy, you know, being intimate with whoever, and kind of like letting that in, because I think for you have a little bit of a block around receiving pleasure. And I think that is kind of why this card is for you a little bit more about like being in love with the idea of love, and Spirit's saying to you that in order for this connection to blossom, you need to kind of be in love with yourself, be in love with how you can be in love with life, and be in love with just your experience of life. Like I said, enjoy like the smaller things, like eating chocolate and watching a movie, or going and seeing a band play, or live music, or kind of to get yourself more into a place where you can receive this person and enjoy a connection with them. Yeah. This energy is quite confusing for you. You feel like unable to decide right now, and there's probably wisdom in that. Like, I don't think that you need to like be hard on yourself and push yourself to make any decisions. I think that it's just like all related in with the connection you're having with this person, and maybe they're really confusing you, and they're kind of being like hot and cold, or just like not respecting your boundaries at times, I'm hearing. So I think, you know, focusing on your own abundance, focusing on what nourishes you, regardless of that person, is going to actually open up space for that person to come more into your life in a way that you want. But yeah, I just keep hearing in love with being in love. And I think that's because you're not in love with who you are. You're not in love with yourself. And that's actually a really, like, honestly, I believe we have to be in love with ourselves in order for, you know, for us to really be able to truly receive someone's love, you know? Alright, so we're going to do some more tarot cards. And we'll get down to business. What really is this connection? Okay, we go Scott. Ooh! So it's a spiritual connection. This star card. This star card is actually, to me, I would say this is a soulmate connection. And keep in mind, like, we can have a soulmate that lasts a week or a year. It doesn't have to be the person we settle down with, or, you know, other forever person, right? So it's like, keep in mind the context of what a soulmate really is. But that's still incredible. And soulmates, we're destined to meet them in this lifetime. You're destined to meet this person and have this connection with this person, and you're learning a lot from this person. Alright, and then we also got the Six of Swords. So this is about zooming out. You need to zoom out in life and get a different perspective on things, and really kind of like ask yourself, what am I not seeing here? How am I seeing this just through my own eyes? And somehow I think you're blocking this soulmate connection from actually happening, or you're picking up that they have a block on it happening. But I think more so it's you. But we'll get back to that. Okay, so the Six of Swords is telling you, zoom out as far as you can, and see the highest possible perspective, and see through the lens of love. Because it's so easy for us, from our human limited perspective, to just see through the lens of fear, and really, in so many ways, block what's actually happening. And through our fear lens, we're not seeing the truth. We're not seeing the truth of who someone is, or the truth of who we even are, you know? Two of Pentacles. So again, you've got a lot of priorities right now. You have a lot going on, and you need to make a decision. You've got two of these twos. So it's like, I'm feeling this with you. You have a lot going on in terms of priorities, in terms of demands on your time, in terms of forks in the road. Like, there's just a lot. It's a massive turning point in your life. But I just think this is telling you, decide how you want to spend your time. Decide who deserves your time. Maybe it's time to start, really getting serious about boundaries. Because I'm picking up that your person hasn't been respecting your boundaries for whatever reason. So you need to respect your boundaries for them too, okay? And then we have the Five of Pentacles. So there's some amount of scarcity mindset also coming in here. So I think that's what's getting in the way ultimately of you just stepping up and stepping into this connection with this person, this soulmate you have. Because there's just an element of you seeing that there's not enough. You don't see that there's enough love. You don't see that there's enough money. You don't see that you'll be supported. But you are, and Spirit would really like to tell you through me how supported you really are. She's saying to me, you are supported forever. You are supported today and tomorrow and every day after that. Spirit will always help you. Spirit will always guide you. Spirit will always guide you back to this soulmate because there's work for you to do together. I just keep hearing there is work for you to do together. So don't give up on this connection. I'm feeling how challenging it is. I'm feeling how they aren't sometimes respecting your boundaries and how it's really easy to go into this very narrow mindset with this person and kind of only see, getting caught up in the drama is what I'm hearing. And that's so easy to do. But if you can, as much as you can, to just zoom out really far and see the highest possible perspective that is available to you. And I think that's really going to bust this scarcity belief, just bust it right open, because if we're truly honest about, if we truly focus in on what we already have and what is already even available to us, then scarcity just crumbles. We can't feel like there's not enough if we focus on how much is already here. And it's only when we focus on what isn't already available to us that we go into this scarcity mindset and that it really impacts us in our life. So I think it's really, sorry about that bang. I think it's really important that you just, move into focusing on what you already like about this connection. Because what we focus on grows, and it's not to dismiss, aspects of the connection that aren't okay, or the way that maybe this person is treating you that you're not okay with. I'm really sorry about that. However, I think that it's just really, really integral that you focus on, okay, what do you like about this person? What is working? What is beautiful? What is this connection about? And how is this person your soulmate? How can you focus on the soul connection rather than on, the ways that your egos clash, or your personalities clash, or your belief systems clash, or your values clash? I'm seeing that maybe this person, they're not always... they're not your usual person. They don't really share the same, spiritual beliefs or values or a lot of stuff with you, but they're still, that's why you're with them, because you have so much to learn from them. If we're just with people who disagree with us all the time, what do we learn? How are we challenged? This person challenges you, and that's a gift. It's a gift, even though it's a hard one to receive at times. Okay? Alright, so we're going to do some angel cards to really just explore this connection more, explore what is the nature of this connection and why are they in your life? What are you guys learning from each other, and more about the soulmate connection, perhaps, Spirit. Ooh, we got nature. Nature. Wow. So I just heard a message from Spirit about this card. It's sort of she's talking to me about how in nature the animals, they're not worried about if there'll be food the next day. They're not worried about, is my is my partner going to leave me? Do you know what I mean? There's just this element of going with the flow of things and just allowing that flow to actually hold us rather than going against that flow and then feeling you know, like we're totally in lack mindset again. So I think this is really tying in with this, which is blocking this soulmate thing from really taking off, or there's some, if you're with this person, like they are one of your soulmates, or you're only, you know, if you want to be with them forever, your soulmate, you see how that goes. It's hard to be with someone forever, you know, like sometimes that's what we want, but like the reality is like when we've done learning with someone, like sometimes that soul contract just ends, and that's sad, but like, you know, that's the nature of life and death and rebirth. Anyway, I think that what's going on, even if there's something that's really blocking you guys from just like really enjoying your soul connection. That's what I'm hearing. You're not enjoying your soul connection with this person right now. And ultimately that's, you know, we're supposed to enjoy life. We're supposed to enjoy being with people, right? So I think it's because this scarcity thing's really getting you down, and you're not seeing like that you will be supported, and you're not feeling that. So it's like, as much as you can, like get back into nature, and that can be literally or just symbolically. Get back into that flow of feeling like that, you know, the pulse that the whole world has, like we're one, and getting back into that feeling of I will be okay, like I am supported, like the universe has my back, to quote Gabby Bernstein. Let's keep going, alright? We'll get some more cards out, because this group, I'm really feeling how confusing your connection is with this person. I'm just feeling that, you know? So what else is going on? Oh, okay. We just got two. We got divine timing, and we got answered prayer. So this person is an answered prayer for you. Like, that's amazing. This person, you prayed for them and they came to you, okay? And you're an answered prayer for them. Don't forget that. You're also an answered prayer for them. Divine timing. So everything is happening in divine timing. Spirit is saying to me, calm down. Everything is going to be okay. You're getting really worried about things like that are happening in the here and now, but if you could change your perspective even just a little bit, zoom out just a little bit, then you would see how much you're glad that everything is happening the way it's happening. Even if there are delays, even if there are setbacks, even if you guys have to experience periods apart, or you don't know why you can't be with them right now and you're feeling anxious about that, just take a breath. Honor the perfection of this current moment, as hard as it is, and just really settle into the feeling of this person and I are destined to be together. This person and I are absolutely like spiritually connected, and we will be together if you're not already. Because it's divine timing, and things that happen in divine timing, like it's fate, it's destiny. Alright, we're going to do a different oracle deck now, so we're going to do the goddess cards, and we're going to just see like what else is going on in this connection, what else is the reason or meaning of this connection, and you know, more info about that soulmate connection, perhaps, Spirit, if you can. Alright, we've got leap of faith, take a risk and put your heart's true desire into action. So yeah, I'm hearing let them know how you feel. I'm hearing it's okay to be vulnerable. It's okay to just take a risk and put your heart out there. You don't have to hide. You don't have to hide anymore. This person sees your soul. This person loves your soul. You can show them who you are. It's okay to show them who you are. It's okay to be who you are, I also heard. You don't have to change who you are. You're perfect as you are, truly. You know, that doesn't mean we don't grow and we don't alter certain behaviors because we don't want to impact people in certain ways, but ultimately your soul is absolutely perfect, and this person sees your soul and loves your soul, even if with this timing thing you guys aren't even together yet, or you're just friends or something. Like, their soul already loves you, so it's safe to be who you are, and it's safe to like let them know how you feel. Wow, this is quite an interesting spread, isn't it? Alright, we're going to do another goddess card, alright? So what else is going on, Spirit, with this connection? Ooh, okay. We got inner goddess. So it says, awaken the goddess within you through dance, self-care, and appreciating your divinity. Yeah, so I'm seeing like you need to get kind of empowered in your sacral chakra, which is like below your navel, and it's, you know, it's the center of our sexuality and our sensuality, but also our creativity. So I'm feeling like you have a tiny little block there right now, and the way, honestly, the fastest way to remove a sacral chakra block is simply to dance. Shake your hips, you know, put on some kind of like salsa music or whatever, you know, turns you on, and just dance to it. Seriously, it really unblocks everything, like it's magic. And this is like, you are a goddess, like awaken that goddess within you. Even if you're a man, like you're a god or whatever. Goddess is just an easier, because it's an archetype that embodies more like sexuality, I think. So basically the message is, awaken your sexuality, feel confident in your sexuality, express that, feel like, you know, feel the measure of like, you know, this person wants you, like kind of like own that a bit more, like own that, like, yeah, this person wants me, hell yeah, you know what I mean? Like, just start like enjoying yourself more and feel like a bit in love with yourself, in love with your own body, in love with your own self-expression, in love with your own voice, in love with your own creativity and your art. Like, just sort of move into that space of self-love, and that's where everything else flows into from. Okay, this Gaia deck. Okay. Alright, so, we just got lost. We'll do another one. Oh, and we got thinking of you. I think your soulmate is thinking of you right now. It says a loving thought, serendipity. Yeah, so you guys are destined to meet each other. Like, it's just destiny. It's all happening in divine timing. Trust the divine timing. Trust the wisdom of the divine timing, even though our little self down here wants it to be like, now. But actually our higher self is like, just chill. It's all coming. You're going to be glad it's coming when it did, and not earlier and not later, right? So your person is thinking of you right in this very moment. And I think actually they think about you a lot. I'm hearing from Spirit, yeah, I just saw a little orb. They think about you all the time. Even though you probably don't really think that, they really think about you all the time. And they're just like, oh my God, they feel all like, when they think about you. They just think like, oh my God, this person. And like, they get really excited, and like almost like a kid, like a child who's excited about something. Like, that's how they feel about you. Wow. Right, so we have this lost card. So this lost card is also, it talks about grief, sadness, and resurrection. So this card to me is very similar to the death card in the tarot. So basically, Spirit is asking you to embrace your grief, embrace your sadness, embrace the parts of you that feel like something has died or something is lost, and allow that to happen, allow that to be, so that you can resurrect, so that you can be reborn, so that you can let go of that, move forward and upward, and really move into the fun and lightness of what this connection can actually offer you. Because this thinking of you card, it's like, I'm seeing this sunshine, and I'm seeing like the symbolism of the sun is like the inner child, it's playfulness, it's truth, it's honesty, and that's what you have with this person, or you will have with this person. So it's like the more that you can let go of the grief that's in your heart, and it's, you know, it's important to let that out, and that's part of life, but it's like when we resist letting that out, that's when problems begin, okay? Trust me, I know from my own experience. But it's like, as much as we can just honor the wisdom of the loss, let it out, let it flow out of us, we make space for this incredibly divine connection to come into our life, okay? Thank you, Group 1. That's all I have for you today. I hope that reading resonated with you on some level, and I'll see you real soon, okay? Bye! Okay, we're up to group number 2. Woohoo! Let's see what kind of connection you have, group number 2. So think of your person, and we'll get started. Alright, so what kind of connection is this? We already have... Okay, we have 3 major arcana cards. We have the Tower. We have the Devil. And we have the Empress. Interesting. Very interesting. Alright, I'm going to pull a few more cards to get a little bit more information. Ooh, okay. Okay, we've got a few cards. It's a very interesting group. I'm just going to pull like maybe one more. Alright, we're working out. Okay, so we've also got, this is going to be like basically a whole reading. We've also got the Ace of Wands. I'm feeling this is a very sexual connection. We have the Queen of Cups. We have the Chariot. We have the Sun. Okay, so there might be a Cancer, a Leo, possibly a Taurus or a Libra. I don't know. Possibly a lot of different cards, possibly a Capricorn. So we've got Capricorn, Cancer, we've got Leo, we've got Libra. Anyway, just to say that, let's move on. So I'm picking up that there's some kind of attachment stuff happening here. That could be like your attachment style. I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with that from your childhood. We all have a different attachment style of how we attach to our caregivers, and that can cause us, basically we play that out in our relationship. So there needs to be some amount of like childhood healing happening, and I think that there's, look, I'm reading this Tower has already happened, so I'm picking up that there's some amount of like off and on connection with this person. So I'm picking up it's actually maybe a karmic connection you have with this person, which is basically my definition of a karmic relationship is really just that they, sorry, I've got to get my knee out. Basically a karmic connection is just that we've known them in other lives. They're not just for this life, we've known them in other lives, and basically the importance of us reconnecting with them in this life is to sort out and tie up unfinished business. So that's the nature of your connection with this person. It doesn't mean they're not also a soulmate or a twin flame. We'll find out more information, okay? But there's a lot of unfinished business that you are tying up with this person. So if there have been Tower moments in your connection with this person, such as all of a sudden they leave you, all of a sudden you find out they've cheated on you, all of a sudden you realize they've been lying, or something has been not true, then basically it's carried on from your connection in another life. And it's not always that you were like in a love relationship with this person in another life. You know, I'm actually picking up that they might have been a family member of yours in another life. And so there's a lot of karma for you both to like repay to each other. In a good way though, because you're engaging with it. That's the other message I'm picking up. You're engaging with the challenges of this connection, which is actually going to allow it to transform from a karmic connection into something else. If that's what you want, you may choose, like, you may be just done by the end of it, to be honest, but we'll see. So this card, this Queen of Cups card, is telling me that you have psychic abilities that you have not tapped into, or if you are tapping into them, then congratulations. However, what I'm picking up on with this card is a message that you don't listen to your intuition. So, well, you might sometimes, but not quite to the extent that Spirit would like for you to listen to your intuition with, okay? So there's some amount of you seeing the truth in your connection, and then hearing your truth, hearing your intuition, hearing your heart's whisper, but then you kind of turn away. You don't want to hear it, so you just like numb that out with something. I don't want to point any fingers, but I think it might be a drug, or like you don't use your voice to express this to this person. So what's really indicated is for you to like, with this Chariot card, for you to like really just take control of like how you feel, take control of your voice and bring it forward into this connection, because actually the other person needs you to. They need you to be able to be honest with them so that they can learn from you as well. Like, you have a lot to teach them. So know that. And you embody this Empress energy. So you are this beautiful, sensual, just like incredibly attractive. And I mean that physically, but I also mean that energetically. And by that I mean you attract things to you. That's the power of the feminine. Whatever gender you are, that's the power of the feminine within all of us, is our ability to attract things to us without even really lifting a finger. Because you are creation. You know, if you're a woman watching this, you have a womb. All of us have a womb. Or you have a symbolic womb, if you identify as a woman. You know, like, we all have this womb in us that is like attracting the whole of the universe to us, and we're creating it from us, you know? So it's like, I'm just seeing that there's a little bit of a block to you, like, really embodying, like, the truth of who you are, which is this Empress, this Queen of Cups. You know, you're psychic, you're intuitive, you're emotionally compassionate, you're sensual, you're sexual, you're beautiful, you appreciate the beauty in life, you stop and smell the roses, and it's such a special thing to embody, because so many people just charge right past the roses. They don't give a heck about them, you know, and you take the time and you're like, no, I want to smell them, they're so beautiful, look at this precious thing that has blossomed for me, you know. So I think, yeah, there's just this, in your connection with this person, this is why I'm feeling like it's so karmic, is because there's this shadow and then there's this sun. So it's like, if you could both move towards this sun energy and be really honest with one another, be really honest with yourself, then you would transcend this shadow aspect of your relationship like that. But I'm seeing there's some amount of addiction that you're both engaging with, whether that be drugs or whether that just be an attachment to, you know, things being like an attachment to that person in a way that's like not freeing you up to really express yourself. And like, I think that's why there's this tarot card, because Spirit is telling you right now through me, she's telling you, you need to take charge of your life and just move forward in your own direction. And if this person is ready to come with you, they will. But if they actually wanted to stay in this shadow space, then they'll do that. And unfortunately, that's how you know. That's how you really shine the truth on what this connection is. Because if you move forward in the way you want to move forward, if you just do what you want to be doing, if you are standing in your truth and aligning with your, you know, if you're in alignment with your true life, your true purpose in life, then this sun will shine the light on that relationship, and they'll shine the light on whether this person is actually with you or not. So I think you're really confused about that. And I think as well, there needs to be this new beginning. You've been picking up on this intuitively. You have been. And there is this new beginning that's indicated. And it's also a new beginning of creativity, of sexuality, of passion for life again. I'm seeing that you were, or you are, or you were with this person, and life was just like losing its meaning. Life was becoming dull and like not bright anymore. So it's like you need to pick yourself up, move forward in whatever way is going to serve you, and then there'll be the new beginning that you want, okay? And hopefully your person will also do the same. But you know what? You'll never know until you do it for yourself first. Alright. Let's do some oracle cards. We're going to do some Gaia cards first. Alright. This is a very interesting group. Alright, we got 3. Keep focused on your dream, achievement. So yeah, I think this is really talking about this new beginning. You want a new beginning, you want something to shift, you want something to change, and it's going to, as long as you stay focused on it and you don't get distracted by the shadow aspect of your relationship with this person or your connection with this person, whether you're with them or not. We also have hidden path, the marriage of spirit and matter. Yeah, so this is your gift. Your gift is that you see spirit, or you hear spirit, or you know spirit. There's some amount of your claircognizant, perhaps. You just know something in your heart or in your gut. Or maybe you're clairsentient, where you feel things. You feel like you know, if someone else has like, they're like, oh, I've just got this really bad headache, and then you suddenly feel a feeling like a bit of frustration or a bit of like fear, and then you're like, I think maybe your headache is actually an emotion that you're not feeling. And then they're like, no. It's like, no, you're right. It's just that most people don't want to operate in this realm. But you do, whether you like it or not, unfortunately. So you may as well embrace it. Your sensitivity is a gift. Your sensitivity is a blessing. I know we were taught to not think that, but it is. I promise you it is. The more you engage with it, the more it becomes the blessing of your entire lifetime. And it's also a blessing for everyone you meet and encounter, okay? That was a very specific message for you from Spirit. So hidden path, the marriage of spirit and matter. So yeah, this is exactly like what I was just saying. You need to allow yourself to merge spirit and the physical. I think you're very good with physical. You understand how to enjoy physical pleasures and and feel satisfied by the physical realm. But you just have this gift in you. You have this gift. And so it's like Spirit's telling you, like, explore that, and that may involve this connection with this person or not, but like I think sometimes this person is like keeping you in this lower energetic space, like which is their lesson, you know, which is your teaching for each other. But it's like you already are this marriage of spirit and matter, because you're the Empress and you're the Queen of Cups. You know, the Queen of Cups is the spirit psychic realm. The Empress is the physical, the sensual, the sexual realm, the physical touch, you know. You already are both of those things, which makes you incredibly attractive and incredibly just like magnetic. So you need to marry these things within yourself. And we have healing, or reconnecting with your true nature. Yeah, so this is what your person has been teaching you. This connection has been teaching you how to truly just like get back in touch with who you really are, and to have to dig deep to this stuff, because actually they're not going to validate that for you. And unfortunately, this is a lesson that most psychics learn. You can't seek validation for it from anyone else but yourself. And that is like, that's the whole point of why we were given these gifts, is to form a relationship with just ourselves. But yes, you are healing. Don't worry, you are healing. And this person is bringing great healing to you. They really are, even though it's in a challenging way. I'm definitely feeling that. Okay, we're going to do some angels. Alright, group 2. So, tuning into everyone who has chosen group 2. What's going on in their connection? What kind of connection is this? Is this karmic connection going to turn into something more? This healing card came out again. So I think that basically means yes, if you guys heal together. Because there are 2 healing cards. So if you both do your healing work, this relationship can transform. Honestly, it can. But right now, you're stuck in a bit of a karmic connection. And I know what that feels like. Trust me. Oh my God. It's a bit like hell. I know. But it's pushing both of you to do the healing work, and that's never easy. But there's never a good time to do that healing work either. There really isn't. Like, you just have to do it one day, you know? Like, shadow work finds us, and this devil card is so associated with the shadow. It so is, and it's like, the shadow is basically the parts of ourselves that we wish didn't exist. We wish we didn't have to look at, let alone heal. But it's like, it keeps us trapped. It keeps us from moving forward in life. This Chariot card, it keeps us from moving forward and taking control of our life and actually doing the things that we want to be doing instead of just talking about it. So if you both engage with healing, there will be this union. It will move beyond the karma into a divine connection. Because a karmic connection is a divine connection. It's just that they teach us more lessons, and it's harder. It's really hard, and we have to, with a karmic connection, like, the healing is to go and not do the thing that you always do with the person. That's basically what the healing is, because karma is something that we just repeat over and over again, and we don't learn, we don't move forwards from, we don't evolve out of. So this is why this connection is so important, because it's teaching you both how to let go of your karma, how to heal your truest nature, and how to become the person or the people that you both are destined to become. And hopefully you can do that work together, because I'm seeing you've already been through a lot together. So, get honest with yourself. This is about truth. Get honest with yourself. Shine a light on this shadow. And own your power and your psychic abilities and your intuition. And I'm telling you, like, there's going to be healing as soon as you do this, regardless of whether this person can come along for the ride or not, because unfortunately, we really can't be invested in someone else doing their healing work. As much as we would like to be, it's their path, it's their path. So we don't know what they'll do. Everyone has free will in this world. Everyone's allowed to do basically what they want. Like, not that you won't accumulate karma if you go and do horrible things, but we have free will, and that's part of being human. So do your healing work, focus on your healing work, and be the example that you want to be for this person, okay? Thank you, group 2. I hope that reading resonated with you in some way. And yeah, I'm sending you my love, and I'm sending you some healing energy, okay? Alright, we're going to move to group 3. Alright, group number 3 with this little baby rose quartz. Let's see what Spirit has in store for you. So what kind of connection is this, Spirit, for group number 3? What kind of connection is group 3? I'm shuffling these tarot cards. Woo! Alright, we got some cards. Alright, we got quite a few cards. Alright, so we've got the Strength card. We've got the King of Pentacles. We've got the Queen of Swords. We've got the King of Cups. We've got the 10 of Wands. We've got the 10 of Swords. And we've got the Ace of Swords. An interesting mix. Very interesting. Alright, so I'm picking up these 2 king energies, and I'm feeling like this is the issue between you both in your connection, okay? Because we also have 2 10s. So there's some amount of clashing happening between you guys. Like, and it doesn't have to be in like a bad way. It's sort of just like more like you guys have the potential to be like very harmonious in your connection, and you're very balanced when you're around this person actually, because you're almost like opposites. Okay, so I'm hearing twin flame from Spirit, because you guys are like opposites, but when you're together, you kind of balance each other's energy out. Do you know what I mean? And that's like one of the hardest connections to kind of have, because, we want to be, like, it's easier to be in a relationship with someone who we have a lot of similarities with, and it's harder to be in a relationship with someone that we clash up against, because, one of you is really in this Pentacles energy and this Earth energy and honors the Earth, and one of you is in this Cups energy and you honor water, you honor emotions, they're both feminine. They're both actually feminine elements, but there's still a clash happening at times, because you both want to be kings. You both want to be the leader, the authority. You both think that you are the wisest person for the job, and you probably are, which is again why this is such an important connection for you, because the connection is causing you pain and grief, and you didn't think that you could finish, you didn't think you could continue with this person, because you were feeling like overwhelmed by how much it was bringing up, how much within you it was bringing up, and at times it was feeling like, what's the point? There's no use kind of thing. But the way forward to let go of this pain, this heavy heart, this anguish and this heartbreak, and to let go of feeling like life is too much, things are burdensome, and that you have this story in your head that you're not strong enough, but you are. You've got this Strength card, and if you can move forward, this is your way forward, is this Ace of Swords. If you can move forward into this Ace of Swords and then this Queen of Swords, this progression, this is talking about a new way of communicating, being assertive, putting up boundaries, allowing yourself to take leadership with your voice, to voice what you have inside of you, which is your wisdom, which is your truth, because you're strong enough. You actually are so courageous, and you may have been waiting for this person to kind of do this, because maybe you were like, but I always thought, like they wanted to be the king and all of that stuff. They wanted to be in charge, but actually I'm seeing that you are more wise in the emotional way. You have more emotional intelligence. You have more connection to your heart space, to your intuition. So actually the way forward is for you to communicate, is for you to change the way that you communicate, is for you to be a little bit more bendy and flexible and allow yourself to, through your new way of communicating, find this strength that is within you and really move forward in this Queen of Swords energy, which is really talking about, like I said, putting up a boundary, being assertive, standing up for what you believe is right, not letting this person kind of walk all over you in this domineering way, and for you to be like, fine, I'll be the flexible one, because the earth energy is rigid, right? It's rigid, and it's good because it's very stable, but it's bad because it means that the watery person is always the one who's going to have to move and flow and change and shift their shape, be a shapeshifter for this earthy person, because you're both kings, you're both leaders. It's just about finding a way to both be leaders and complement each other, because it's incredibly possible for you. Even though you guys are very opposite, and that twin flame energy, it does bring up this 10 energy. It brings up pain, it brings up feeling overwhelmed, it brings up feeling like things are a burden, because it's pushing us to let go. It pushes us to let go of things. See this guy? He's got so much, he's carrying so much on his back, but this bird is flying off into the distance. And that's the energy that you need to just transcend this stuff, just transcend the idea that things are a burden and move forward with freedom. Because, you and this person in your connection, yes, you're opposites, but actually you complement each other incredibly well, which is exactly what a twin flame connection is. It brings up so much stuff to work on, but it's you're the ultimate other half of this person, right? And if you guys can get, just shift your perception of what a relationship should be like, and allow yourself to both not compromise your king energy, and by that I just mean your leadership and your your rulership over yourself in a way, and co-rule the relationship, right? And then this earth energy can be the holding for this water energy to come in and rest, instead of this earth energy being taking up one shape, and then the water energy kind of having to roll around it and not feeling held. I'm hearing that you weren't feeling held in this connection, which is what you need to ask for. So moving forward with this person, because you have a new beginning with this person, if you can communicate differently. Swords is about communication. There's a new beginning offered here if you communicate differently, and it will only work if you're assertive about what you need and what you want, because you deserve that anyway, and you're strong enough to do that, okay? You really are. Okay, let's get some more info. We just got another king. We're just going to get all the kings out here, what? Oh no! This is the Justice card. I always think that it's the Strength card because it has this lion on it, and always Strength cards have lions on it, but this is the Justice card. Even more an indication of a twin flame, because Justice is the scales that are balanced on either half. So it's if you guys can fall into more of balanced harmony, then I really see you just letting go of feeling the burden of this relationship and feeling the pain of this relationship. And I'm not denying that it hasn't been painful, but again, that's what a twin flame is meant to do for us. They're meant to bring up our pain so that we can heal it, so that we can really heal it. Okay, so the other two cards that came out was this Eight of Swords and this King of Wands. Very, very interesting. So we have three kings. 3 kings, wow. So this is talking about, again, leadership, rulership, but in a very creative and dynamic way. So I think this is, again, the embodiment of what you can create when you move forward, is more of this dynamic, shape-shifting energy where you're both engaging with it, rather than one person remaining rigid and one person doing all of the accommodating, right? It's like, can you both be like this fire energy and kind of like, yeah, both embody that for each other almost. And then this Eight of Swords is telling me that there's been a lot of anxiety for you around this person. There's been a lot of anxiety with you around this connection and what it really has to kind of offer you. And I think that ultimately it's really easy for us to get really focused on this 10 energy, on the pain and on the overwhelm of this relationship. But it's like this Justice card and this Ace of Swords and all of these Kings, it's just showing how much potential there is, and how much, if you were to be in balance with this person, then wouldn't you want them? I'm hearing yes, of course you would. You just want it to be balanced, and you want it to be fair. You want it to be just, you know? I mean, look how much potential you guys have. Like, the King is like, it's a really powerful energy. It's so powerful and strong, and you've got so many things covered, you know. You've got this sort of like love basis with, these two, with the Cups and the Pentacles energy. That's in elemental kind of like law, that's around love. Water and earth is love. It's how we hold each other in union. But this one's about sex. Fire is about sex, sexuality, sensuality, and just feeling really like passionate with this person, right? There's a lot of passion in your connection moving forwards. Beautiful. All right, we're going to move on to some of these cards, some oracle cards. So we're going to ask more about this twin flame connection with this person. Ooh. Truth and integrity. So this is basically this Swords energy that I was picking up on. If you want to move forwards, you have to do so with truth and with integrity, which is what you want anyway, so it's not a big deal. It's just that I think sometimes you find it hard to assert yourself because you are very accommodating, you're very loving. You want the other person to be happy, of course you do, but like, they can only be happy if you're happy. So you have to prioritize your own like voice. You have to prioritize your own voice. And Swords, again, it's all about communication. So moving forwards, communicate with truth and integrity. And that's your truth, right? It's not their truth. I think you've been honoring their truth a lot, but actually you need to honor your truth. And that's part of why, you know, like I said, twin flames, they're like opposites of each other. So I think your person is very good at kind of asserting themselves and being loud and putting up boundaries and all of that kind of like energy, but actually you need to occupy more of that, and they need to learn how to accommodate someone else's truth and someone else's voice as well. We're both learning from each other. Self-acceptance just came out as well. Yeah, so I think, again, it's about accepting yourself and accepting your voice. Like, you're allowed to have a voice. You're allowed to just be who you are, and that's what your person loves about you anyway. I think maybe you, in past relationships, have tried to hide who you kind of are because you didn't think it was lovable, but this person they don't care about that. They don't want you to do that. So, like, don't worry about that. Alright. I'm going to do some of these Gaia Oracle cards. So let's find out a little bit more about the nature of your connection. Eternal dance. Movement, wheel of life, path of least resistance. Yeah, so it's very much like fated for you to be with this person, for you to meet this person. But like, I think that you have to surrender to the path of least resistance. And unfortunately, I think that's going to be not the easiest thing for you to do, because it means a new beginning in speaking in a new way for yourself, standing up for yourself, sticking up for yourself, voicing your truth, voicing your opinions. And yeah, allowing yourself to move forwards. I think that this connection has, maybe you have been in separation for a while, I'm hearing for some of you, and for some of you it's been more like an off again, on again thing, or just ambivalence in your own heart about the true nature of is this going to be able to work? Is this connection possible and viable? But if you can both be in movement, like both occupy this dance energy, both dance with each other, you know, like one person leads, the other person follows, and then you swap, you know, a very equal partnership. With this Justice card, a lot of equality is in store for you. If you allow it to be, you know, sometimes that also means that you have to treat yourself as being equal first, right? Alright, so we're going to do another Gaia card. Yay. So what else about this connection do you have to say, Spirit? Oh my god, intuitive communication. Wasn't I just saying? Okay, silent whispers of the heart. Yeah, so you need to move forward in your communication from your heart intuitively and trust your intuition, because I'm hearing that you're a very intuitive person and you have a lot to offer with your intuition. It's just that you haven't had the confidence yet to really like follow through with that and offer that to this person truly, which is fine, because sometimes it takes a while for us to like feel strong enough to do that, but this is who you are. You're intuitive, you speak from your heart, and that is such a blessing for anyone who knows you. It truly is. Alright, let's do some goddess cards around your connection, and I'm just shuffling these. What else is going on? Oh, we got fertility. It says Ostara, which is the celebration of spring, if you follow like Wicca or paganism. It is the perfect time for you to start new projects, access new ideas, and give birth to new conditions. So yes, you guys are going to go through a rebirth, and it's going to be all about changing your communication style. That's all that your connection needs right now. And it's hard because with twin flames, we have to move towards the polar opposite of what we feel comfortable doing. We have to move towards the thing that feels the least comfortable or the least available to us. But actually, it's what offers us the most growth. It's what offers us the most potential and the most love and the most growth, yeah, within our own soul, but within this relationship as well. All right, we're going to do a few more goddess cards. Come on, Spirit. What else do you have to say? Oh, we got go outside. You have been indoors too long. Go outside and get some fresh air. So yeah, I'm just reading this again as like, it's just time to start afresh. It's time to replant, allow new things to grow. Alright, I feel like there's more coming from this deck. I just have a feeling there's more coming. Spirit, what else have you got to say about this connection? Ooh. High Priestess. You have divine knowledge that can help others through your spiritual teaching. Yeah, so you're very, very in tune with your own like wisdom, and it's just around like really allowing that your person or whoever you're in connection with to really see that as well. Allow them to see your wisdom and what you really have to offer, and own that. Stand confident in that, you know? Because yeah, it's going to help others through your spiritual teaching. Like, I'm just picking up this energy that you have often been the one to like see them as the one who knows more. Maybe they're a bit older than you or something, and you've kind of like always like given them the last say in a way. But actually that's not the truth of who you are. The truth of who you are is like also a king, regardless of gender. It's also a king, and you have a lot of knowledge that's going to help people, not only your person, but the whole world, if you can really own that with confidence. And owning it with confidence in your relationship with this person currently is what is going to allow you to own it with confidence in the world and to help people with that divine knowledge that you have in the whole world. I'm hearing that you're a teacher. I'm hearing you have very important work to do on earth, okay? It's what Spirit is telling me to tell you. You have very important work to do on earth. You have to own that as incredibly important. Even if no one else will validate that for you, see this as the validation that you need to really begin that work and work at it. You know, you are a teacher. You are a channel for divine power. You are a magical person. You really are. So it's like, you've met your twin flame, right? And your twin flame, like, that is when we have the most work to do in the world, is when we have this person by our side who's our perfect other. And yes, they bring up heaps of issues in our relationship, but they also teach us how to be the best version of ourselves in the world, in the whole world. Okay, so These three came out while I was just giving that little rant. Keep your unwavering thoughts, feelings, and actions focused on your target, and you will make your mark. So just keep focusing in, okay? You're going to get there. This is purification. It is time for a cleansing detoxification of your body and mind. I always hate it when I get this card in my own readings, because I'm like, damn, I have to detox, damn, but it's indicated for you. And it's going to, I'm hearing that you're detoxing so that you can become more in tune with your actual, with this divine knowledge and your teaching abilities. Like, because when we're a clearer channel, we can offer more. And peace. There is no need to worry, as everything is working out beautifully. How nice is that? And this is totally your future with this person. Like, don't worry about your future with this person. It's going to teach you a lot. There's going to be ups and downs. It's going to shapeshift a lot, but that's the nature of a twin flame connection, and that's what you signed up for in this lifetime, all right? And there's peace in your future. There's absolute harmony, peace, joyfulness, abundance in your future. So just rest assured in that, okay? Thank you, group 3. I hope that reading resonated with you on some level. And I'll see you soon. Alright? Thank you for watching, and I love you so much. Bye.